Hey folks, welcome back to the Fort Walton Beach Business Forum. I'm Ron Grissom, your host. My next and final segment is my good friend Chris Seaman from Hellenbach on the island, Hellenbach in Niceville, Hellenbach in Crestview, Hellenbach in Navarre.
Get them all, baby.
Just everywhere.
Come on.
Hellenbach. We love going there. It's a great atmosphere.
Thank you.
And
Football's coming.
Football's coming. And we'll be there on Sundays. The only thing about football at Hellenbach is I have a hard time following all the games.
Because I put them all right there.
You put them all right there in my face.
It's a fantasy football guy's dream.
They do.
It's designed for me. If you want to show up, I appreciate it. But it's designed for me to watch all the games at the same time.
And the fantasy football players are there. It's amazing.
That's exactly right.
But I love going to Hellenbach.
Well, thank you, buddy.
So
appreciate it.
Let's
talk about a party.
We're talking about a party. Hellenbach and Chris are an annual sponsor for the Chamber. He's also the head guru for the Emerald Coast Poker Run.
Only because no one else will raise their hand and do it.
Nobody else will do it. But no, Chris does a great job with that. He's very, very active in our community, doing what he can for the military, doing what he can through the Poker Run, helping out the charities and the children in our community. So Poker Run's coming up.
Yeah, middle of August. It's our 23rd Poker Run. Remember last year kind of got rained out. That's the first time ever. We still ended up raising a little over $100,000 for our four main charities. And this is my 7th year being the president of the charity, when I kind of got voluntold that's what I'm going to do, and by the powers that be. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of great businesses, many of which are chamber members and some of your annual sponsors. And it benefits nothing but kids. We kind of call it adults partying for kids.
Right.
And we throw a series of parties that start. There's a volunteer party that Monday. Let's see, I'm going to get the dates all wrong, Ron. But the Poker Run's the 16th, Saturday.
Yeah.
So back up from there. Monday is the volunteer party, and then Wednesday we start
like the 12th or
something.
Like that.
I gotta do that math.
11th.
Yeah. I'll have to Google it.
I know the sponsor party is on Thursday the 14th.
Yeah, because that leads right into Miss Boat Week. I know what your priority is, but back up. You skipped the Hellenbach party on Wednesday. You missed Ladies' Night at Hellenbach that kicks off the Boat Week, Ron.
You know how it is when you're chairman. You have to go to these events.
Yes, yes. I'm sure I'll save you a spot right next to the judges.
Okay.
But yeah, Wednesday's the Hellenbach Ladies' Night party to kick it off.
Okay.
And that's crazy. And if I survive that, then yes, we have the sponsor party at the Ramada up on the 6th floor. Mr. Joe throws us a nice little ordeal up there. And it's
a beautiful spot.
It's a great spot. And then we kind of walk over to the swamp for Miss Boat Week. And it takes a lot of focus. It's a lot of work to do Miss Boat Week, but we will get through it. I will help you. I will help you get through
it. Thanks, Teresa.
And then Friday night is the captain's party at AJ's. There's a barbecue out at Juana's as well for a lot of the boaters coming in town. And then the series of safety meetings that they all have to contend with. But we focus on the captain's party at AJ's. That's a great event, sitting on that dock and looking at the $1 million power boats out there just squeezed into those boat slips. They're the brightest colors and loudest engines you'll ever hear. It's a lot of fun, and then the Poker Run itself is on Saturday.
That's the reason for everybody coming.
That's it, man. It's you're talking 100 or so boats that do over 130 miles an hour. They come and the people with the boats are matching attire, but the trucks match the boat.
Yeah, I know.
The people match the truck.
It is amazing to see that.
And they come and spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's half the reason I like doing it. They spend a lot of money at a lot of my friends' businesses, and they spend a lot of money in the community, and then all that money kind of gets trickle down to a big pot at the end of that, and we give it to the charities here locally. And we throw a party that night at the convention center, which you can get a ticket to. You don't have to be a boater. In fact, let me tell you two things. One, you can buy a ticket to the party. It's an open bar. Two of my favorite words, Ron. Open bar, all you can eat. There's a lot of auction items, some blackjack to play. We're going to give away a Gary Smith Ford truck that evening, sponsored by Miller Lite and Pepsi and a lot of the vendors that I work with as well. But it's $60 for that ticket. You can come to the convention center.
60 each.
Yeah, see the mayor. Mayor's got some tickets. I'm sure he'd be happy to sell you because he represents one of the charities we like to give money to. But that'll get you in the door.
That's dinner and drinks.
Dinner and drinks. And come watch the craziness that goes on.
And you have an entertainment. You have a DJ.
Well, we have a DJ, and then you see all the players playing the poker and the best hands and some of the worst hands and the craziest hands. Get to this final table. There's a silent auction. At the end of the night, sometime when we're closing that bar, someone holds up the keys and they won the truck.
They won the truck.
It's a lot of fun. And there's some crazy personalities there, both locals and from out of town. And but we changed it a little bit this year, Ron. We made it so that it's not just the Emerald Coast Poker Run. We added we're calling the Ruby class for the locals. So we have an Emerald Run and a Ruby Run. And as time's gotten on, these big boats coming to town, it's gotten a little pricey. And the locals would give me a hard time. Well, we just want to get in with our jet ski. We want to do it with our pontoon boat. So we did a $195 entry. If you do it now, it's I think $50 more the week of the boat week. But that gets you a different run, some different stops, but you still get invited to the same party, and you still have an opportunity to win the same truck. So the locals, or boats that are, we're just saying that they're less horsepower, under 30 feet, or if they're within the zip codes of right here in the Panhandle. You can do the Ruby class and come to the party and enjoy just the same benefits. Okay. And so it's a local entry.
It's not a race. That's what's
it's not a race.
It's not a race.
It's a scrambled start. You just go to the stops. You get your cards punched. You say hi to everybody.
Where are the stops and how many?
Oh my gosh! Well, there's nine stops for the Emerald Run, and there's 6 for the Ruby Run. So go to EmeraldCoastFoundation.com and you'll see all the stops.
Starts at Sandestin and goes all the way to.
Well, it goes as wide as Sandestin to Bamboo Willie's out in Pensacola.
Oh, Pensacola Beach.
Yeah, Pensacola Beach. Now the big guns do that. The big guys that are doing the 100 miles because they knock that out.
They can get there.
A couple hours. But the guys in the pontoon boats.
Me and my kayak could take a couple of days.
You're just going to go to Mango's and you're going to go to Beauchamps and you're going to go to Crab Island. Yes.
I do have a spot where I will be on Saturday.
You can come sit on my boat on Crab Island if you want.
I love that.
I know you like hosting the chicken fights.
I do. I'll be a referee.
That's exactly what I want to see you doing.
Back up a little bit.
Okay.
How many boats do you expect to have this year?
Historically, we've had anywhere from 130 to 200. Last year, even with the rain out, we still had 105 people stayed registered.
Right.
And even because they knew
it didn't dampen a lot of spirits.
Well, they knew they were going. One, they stayed for the party. Right. The party's worth it, and they also knew it's for a great cause.
Okay.
And a lot of these people that have been coming now for 20 years, they plan this as their vacation.
Right.
But I'm expecting 150 boats. I'd love to see 50 local boats back in there. My goal is to fill up that party. And the more people in there playing for that truck, the more money we raise for the local charities.
Tell us a little bit about who those local charities are. I know you guys have raised millions of dollars over the years.
We've raised over $2 million. Since I've been the president, we've raised over $1 million just in the last 7 years. And it all stays right here. That's the beauty. It stays right here in Okaloosa County. Mm-hmm. AMI, Children in Crisis, Horizons, and Eleanor Johnson Youth Center are our primary recipients. They do a lot of work to help us raise the money. They help us kind of bird dog some sponsors, and they sell the tickets and find auction items, a lot of great auction items the night of the party. So they work with us, and then we take that money that comes in from these power boaters and give it back to them for what they need from the community.
The celebration, getting the check, is always exciting for all those
folks. That's a lot of fun.
That's a lot of fun.
Giving out the money.
Shows. I mean, that's where.
Ron, I'll tell you the best part about it. When you see it's nice when you see the mayor out there, or Ken Hare, or even Todd Gatlin, and they're holding that check up because they do that work and they work really hard. But when you see those local kids that are right here going to school with my kids, and that money is benefiting their after-school program or some athletic program.
Tell us again, because we're running out of time.
Emerald
Tell us again, when is it?
EmeraldCoastFoundation.com. It's it's always the third Saturday.
Okay.
August 16th.
And how do you register? Go to the website?
Go to the website. That'd be the best way to do it. Come to Hell and Back, have a cold beverage.
And get a registration form.
Yeah, get a registration form. I have one in my pocket.
All right, folks, been a lot of fun talking with Chris Siemens with Hell and Back, and also with the Emerald Coast Poker Run. Glad to have you here with us today, Chris. I know I'll be there. Thanks for watching.